approachable, sincere, and energetic manner, as well as his track record of innovative and visionary leadership, make the Reverend Dr. J. Bennett Guess an excellent candidate for officer of the church, and on behalf of local church ministries, I nominate him for that position. Thank you.
My enthusiasm for this church has not dampened. You took me in like you've welcomed countless others. You gave me a home and a faith that I could be proud of. You honored my past, at the same time you offered me a future. Over time, you counseled me in how to treasure what I brought with me and how to leave behind what I no longer needed. This is a treasured gift that the UCC offers thousands of newcomers every single year, 32,000 to be exact last year alone. The opportunity to make our worship real, to make room for honesty of thought and expression, and to encourage purity of heart in our journey toward an authentic faith. I fell in love with this church and remain so, because I believe your mission, our mission, is God's mission. Not so long ago, we thought change in the church could be explained away in dualistic terms, the traditional worship service versus the contemporary one, the place where we wore robes and the place where it was okay to wear blue jeans. We thought it basically boiled down to church and church light. But the emergent church is more sophisticated than that. It takes seriously hope's generative effect on people and communities to inspire, motivate, and transform. Described by sociologists as the greatest entrepreneurial generation in U.S. history, Gen Xers, those born between the years of 1961 and 1981, are bringing those same entrepreneurial strengths with them into the church and into their search of authentic spirituality. They are taking apart what we have to offer, examining it from all sides, and questioning whether or not it makes sense. They don't care whether it looks Catholic or feels Baptist. They don't care if it comes from the Book of Common Prayer or the Still Speaking Daily Devotional. They aren't looking for newfangled religion any more than they aren't afraid to retain the old if it is working for them or to throw it away if it is not. This is one of the clear signs or trends of the emergent church. It borrows from ancient traditions and modern ones, sacred and secular, traditional and contemporary, mainline and evangelical, conservative and liberal. It takes the best that Christianity has to offer while leaving behind the trappings that render it stale, boring, cumbersome, or oppressive. This means less emphasis on buildings and more emphasis on mission, less coercing of your neighbors, and more concern about engaging in honest conversations with them. All across the UCC, I am encouraged by something I see. I see a strong hunger for an articulation of our envisioned future together, an eagerness to recapture the belief and proclamation that the UCC exists for a reason. There is more to us than legacy and inertia. We have a distinct purpose, and the living out of the gospel in this country and in the 80 countries around the world in which we have partnerships would be severely diminished if we would fail to be anything less than the bold church that we have been. For far too long, we have relied on only two metrics to determine our success: membership totals and the amount of money given to national ministries. And we've allowed ourselves and we have allowed others to define for us the impact and effectiveness of the entire United Church of Christ based on these two lone criteria. Now, don't get me wrong, these two statistics matter, but they do not tell the complete story, especially in light of drastic change in what membership really means these days and new patterns of mission giving that speak more to dynamic growth of local mission and not necessarily a disconnect to our shared values as the United Church of Christ. As I've been saying a lot lately, McDonald's doesn't tell you how many stores they have. They don't tell you how many employees they have. They say what matters in a service industry: billions and billions served. The church needs to learn to do the same. Hope produces more hope. Success breeds more success. And new energy only ignites greater vitality. And all of the many changes we're navigating as a church will only prove that much more manageable if there are big moments of shared success, clear victories born of our collective investment of energy, time, and talent. This is what people want from the church, and this is something that we can uniquely offer in their invitation to come to us. I am a firm believer that any organization will live into what it thinks of itself and how it describes itself to others. In the church, this means we all try to stand just a little bit taller to reach that crown of glory that God has placed just a little bit above our heads. We respond not to diminished or repeated expectations of ourselves, but to greater expectations of who God believes we can be, and then in turn, what we imagine is possible for us. If you show me any thriving, growing congregation, I guarantee you will find lay and clergy leadership that believes they are a certain light in the world. And there is something particularly salty to what their ministry is about. They know their own story and they believe their own story. And that story makes them a better, stronger church and better, stronger human beings. I myself have experienced the saltiness of the United Church of Christ, and I have been beckoned by its light. And like you, I believe that there are tens of thousands of people who, upon hearing of this church, will come and join us. Many new vital congregations will become part of our fellowship. And for the same reason, I believe that many, many, many more people will be touched, impacted, and changed by the ministries we offer them. Because our UCC vision, values, and voice, they resonate profoundly with the trajectory of this nation, now more than ever before. The United Church of Christ is going through a period of great change, but not of great demise. Please, get that out of your head.
Thank you, Ben.